Hi there, I am Juan from Porter, and in this video we will talk about Supermetrics alternatives. Even though I am the founder of Porter Metrics, a Supermetrics alternative for Google Sheets and Google Looker Studio, I will try to be as unbiased and transparent as possible when it comes to reviewing our competitors. For every provider, we will review their features, their integrations, pricing, customer support that will help you make a decision on buying a marketing reporting software. So let's get started. I will start with Supermetrics, and Supermetrics, they connect your marketing data, let's say Facebook, Google Analytics, Google Ads, whatever, they have more than 116 integrations, and you can get your data into platforms like Google Looker Studio, Google Sheets, and data warehouses. If I go to their destinations, I will see more than 10 destinations like Looker Studio, Sheets, Excel, Monday.com, which is very interesting. I can see Amazon, Snowflake data warehouse destinations. So this is what they do. Why people want to switch from Supermetrics? Two reasons. One is pricing and the other one is customer service. Pricing because they are the market leaders, they are able to charge a lot for their products. And if I go to a pricing page for Google Looker Studio, I will see that these are the annual plans. If you want to see the monthly plans, I have a screenshot of that. This is the plans that you will pay. And it is very easy to scale from this to this. So one reason why people change from Supermetrics is because they are increasing their prices a lot, but also because they have 18,000 customers. For them, providing customer support is not as smooth as you would like to, because if you are a small customer, you cannot rely on a chat. You will need to go to the help center, to the articles. You need to do it by your own. You won't have any customer service. That's why people don't like Supermetrics if they are small plans. Now, let's review Porter Metrics, our next provider. I will start with Porter Metrics, the fastest way to get your marketing reports. And why? Like Supermetrics, we connect your data to Google Looker Studio and Google Sheets, but we have some differences. First, we are 100% no code. When you start to have a lot of data, they tell you, hey, upgrade to Google BigQuery, to Redshift, and hire a data engineer because you need this. Instead, we created our own no-code data warehouse, so you don't need to think about that, and you can save a lot of money and time. The second thing that is different from Supermetrics is that they have 116 integrations, and we have around 15. We have way less integrations than Supermetrics. On the other hand, among all our competitors, we have the most complete report template gallery by far. This will save you a lot of time. With our templates and tutorials, you will get your marketing reports done faster. That's important. The other two components I wanted to talk about is pricing and customer support. So I will start with pricing. So I will talk about pricing. With Supermetrics, you don't only pay way more, but their pricing is not as flexible. With Supermetrics, you need to pay per data source, so you will pay the same for one Facebook account or 10. With Porter, you only pay by the accounts and the data that you use. So if you want to connect a single Facebook account, you can pay $15. But if you want to connect 2 Facebook accounts and 3 LinkedIn pages, you pay $30. As you can see, you only pay for what you use. Another special thing is our customer service. Every user, regardless if you're a customer or not, has access to unlimited email support, chat, and video calls. Even the founders of the startup will help you get your reports done for free. But if you get an annual plan, you get way more. Annual plans get access to free custom reports. So we build your reports on Google Looker Studio, so you don't need to hire a data analyst. And we give you access to report templates that otherwise you will be paying $500 for. If you go to other sites, you can see that you will pay this amount, and we give it for free for our annual customers. And as you can see, our pricing is in general more flexible. We don't charge by users, and we don't take into account the integrations that you are using. So Porter Metrics, we are faster because we are 100% no code, because we have a better pricing, and also because unlike any competitor, we focus on personalized customer service unlike anyone. Let's get into another view. I will continue with Power Analytics, and I must say that they have a very, very good product. To me, they are Supermetrics, but more affordable and with very good quality. So I think if I go to products and I go to data connectors, I will see that they have many connectors. I will say like 50 connections. They are taking the lead against us because we only have 15 yet. The other thing about Power Analytics that I found very valuable is that they already have some kind of storage in their connectors. So they also offer Instagram stories like Porter Metrics, but they make the reports faster and more stable in some cases than Supermetrics because of this storage. I think this is super valuable. At Porter, we also have this approach, so I really admire it. Also, something I like about Porter Analytics is that they are very affordable too. They Their pricing model is similar to Supermetrics because you will pay by data source. Connectors for them is data source. So you can see that we have a language problem here. You pay by data source and the number of accounts, so they are a little bit more expensive than us, but in general, I really like them. I cannot talk about their customer support because I don't think they offer chat, they should offer email, but in the reviews, I see that they do very well. They have a very good product with very good customer support, and I think Power Analytics is a very, very good competitor. Let's take a look into another provider. The next provider is Reporting Ninja, and I will be honest with you, they are the cheapest, lowest priced, and lowest quality product in the list. I don't like them. But if you want a very cheap solution and to you pricing is the most important thing, they have the lowest pricing by far. I mean, you can connect for $20 like 10 accounts. That's super cheap. But the trade-off is this one. The customer service for sure is bad, but I won't say it. I am saying it, but I want you to test it. And also the way you integrate the data is not as smooth as you would like. And the reports break and they are slow. And I mean, quality is not their game. Pricing is. But the thing is here, when you connect data with Power Analytics, Supermetrics, Power Metrics, you can play around with the data in your reports. The data is very granular. With Reporting Ninja, you first need to go to Reporting Ninja, create a query, combine the metrics and the dimensions, and then pull that table into Google Looker Studio. You cannot freely play on Google Looker Studio with the data, which will delay you, will take you a lot of time building the reports with them. But anyways, they are cheap. I will continue with Windsor, and what makes Windsor special is that they don't focus on Google Looker Studio connectors precisely, but on marketing attribution. They connect all your data so you can know the exact touch points that users came through before buying. I think the kind of user and customer for this is different from Power Metrics and Power Analytics and Supermetrics, but I find this very useful because the most important problem in marketing today is attribution, is knowing where your customers come from. Also, their pricing because of this feature can be more expensive, even though they have low plans for connections. If you want to go with attribution models and so on, you will be paying more than $1,000 per month. The kind of customer for them is a little bit different from us. Let's talk about 2-minute reports. 2-minute reports has a similar approach to Reporting Ninja in terms of pricing. However, when I see the reviews, I see that customers are fairly happy with them. They have good connectors for a very cheap price, so I think it is a good deal. However, the quality is never a match compared with Supermetrics and Power Analytics in terms of speed, stability, granularity, and so on. However, they have a good number of integrations. I see that they have more than 20 integrations. So I think it is a decent and very good player. The thing I don't like about them, and I will say it, is that they copied our work. I noticed that they copied one of our report templates for TikTok and also part of our content. So in general, 2-minute reports, cheap connectors, decent quality, maybe good support, but very, very bad marketing ethics. Continue with Dataslayer. Dataslayer connects your marketing data as well to Google Sheets, Looker Studio, BigQuery, and they have an API query manager so you can send data to Power BI, Tableau, and Click. I think that Supermetrics and Power Analytics also have this. What I found interesting about Dataslayer is that their connectors, they have already more than 50 connections, and I guess they focus more on PPC connectors, but they also have databases and so on. This is interesting. And also interesting is their pricing. If I go to their pricing, they have a different pricing model against all their competitors. They don't charge by data sources or accounts connected. They charge by usage, by API calls. So the more charts you load with Dataslayer, the more you pay. I think this is a very fair price, but unpredictable. If you use the product a lot, you may be paying more than with other providers. And finally, a final comment is, okay, the quality is good, but I know it is not as good, as stable and fast as Supermetrics, but also I like that their positioning is being a cheap Supermetrics alternative. I mean, they don't even care or dare about being different. They don't care about being original, but it works for them, so that's okay, and funny as well. Continue with Metricool. Metricool is not just a Google Looker Studio connectors provider. They offer social media publishing. It's like Buffer or Hootsuite, but in their product, they have Looker Studio connectors for their social media integration. So for the same price, you can get reporting and also social media publishing. The limitation is, of course, you have less integrations and they are more limited. They have less metrics and so on. I think the other providers have way more metrics than them, but they are very cheap. That's Metricool. I will continue with Google Sheets add-ons because you remember Supermetrics lets you connect your data also to Google Sheets, and what I will see here is that there are more than 100 providers that connect your marketing data or your business data to Google Sheets. So I encourage you to have a good time seeing what works for you, but I will highlight this player. Awesome Table seems very good. I love their UX. I mean, they are super clean. You only choose the application, the metric, and then you get your data in Google Sheets. I like it, and I also like their pricing. I think that Google Sheets add-ons are less expensive. Supermetrics is the most expensive one, but this one is super cheap, $20 per month, billed monthly, but you have 29 data sources. I mean, this is super cheap. The thing I don't like, or maybe they fall short with, is that they don't have many integrations for marketing. They have Salesforce and the QuickBooks, but they still don't have some of the integration that you will need for social media ads and so on. However, I think this is something that is different from all Google Looker Studio connectors or marketing reporting data, is that they let you create apps within Google Sheets. That's why I will try Awesome Table. I think that they are worth mentioning. I have here some players like Awesome Table or a Boxer that they have 1 or 2 years in the market. They also connect your e-commerce data to Google Sheets. We compete with them directly, by the way. And Coefficient, I see that it's a larger player. They have way more integrations and they focus on Google Sheets. I think it is a very good category, crowded of players, but instead of giving an overview, I encourage you to choose one of these 100 players in this market and you pick by yourself which one is the best for you. Now let's talk about marketing reporting tools. I mentioned them because they compete with Supermetrics. In the end, all these players get the job done of marketing reporting automation. However, they are different to the players I have mentioned that connect Google Sheets and they connect to Google Looker Studio. These tools have their own data visualization tool, which make them very easy to use because they can fully control the UI for users. The disadvantage is that these marketing reporting tools are not business intelligence tools. And why I say this? Whenever you want to create custom formulas, you want to combine multiple data sources data, whenever you want to play with your data by grouping, by doing regular expressions, because eventually you will need that, these tools all fall short. They are for marketing reporting, but not for business intelligence. So I like them, but when you want a data analysis, when you want to play with your data, they might fall short. Now I will start with individual reviews. I love Databox and I will take some time with them. First, they have many integrations. I have connected with them Profitwell, ActiveCampaign, and I like them very much. And they also have very neat features like, I will go here, product, and they have goal tracking. You can compare your goals against your actual data. You have an agency view, so you can see all your clients' data in a single view. You can also do that with Google Looker Studio, but here is way more simple. Also, something I love about them is their content. They have a lot of templates, tutorials. They even have, if I go to resources, they have a podcast, everything. I think that they do very well here. And also something that makes them special is that I think they have the only benchmark solution for marketing. So if you want to know what is a good CTR, a good CPC, a good cost per lead, they have the solution for free. You can compare your data anonymously against a cohort of players or companies similar to yours. Really like this. The final thing is pricing. If I go to our pricing, they have a freemium plan. I love this. We will have one as well because I love freemium. But also, they charge based on number of users because you need to access to Databox. Also, the data freshness, the historical data, and the number of data sources and accounts you are connected. So you start at 0, but you can go up to $500 with them. I love them. The limitation is whenever you want to do some data combinations, transformation, custom formulas, you want to group your data, you want to blend data between multiple data sources, then you notice that Databox is not a business intelligence software, it is a reporting software. So you will find some limitations. Otherwise, if your reporting needs are very limited, I think Databox is a beautiful solution. Very good product. Okay, let's continue with Whatagraph. I haven't tested this tool personally, but I must admit that they do very good marketing. When I want to rank for something on Google, they are already there. So congratulations, guy. You have very good report template as well. They also, like us, offer a free report setup service, also like Databox. I think this is super necessary, so I love it. I know that you can integrate all your marketing data and combine the data and break down the data by country and so on. And their pricing, I think, is here pricing. So I think they start at more than $200. So I don't think it is for very small businesses, but it is still for small businesses. This is for marketers. I have talked to the founder and CEO. For marketers, for people who don't develop software, and they have their own UI, so they can fully control the user experience, so they should be very easy to use. However, like Databox, like all marketing reporting tools, they should have limitations in terms of custom formulas, data blending, and do some data transformation, something that you can do very easily with Google Looker Studio. Now, let's talk about ETL solutions, because these providers also solve for marketing reporting. ETL stands for extract, transfer, and load. What is the thing? It is similar to Supermetrics because they take data from APIs and pull it in a destination like a data warehouse, a database, a reporting tool, whatever. What is the thing? When you hear the word ETL, of course, it is meant for engineers or data analysts. So all these tools can say, hey, we are no code, we are easy to use, set it up in 5 minutes. Yes, as soon as you know or Python or SQL, or you have a very good logic to work with their interfaces. These tools are not as easy as using a Google Looker Studio connector, nor as a digital marketing reporting tool. So they are more technical, but they are also more advanced. So let's take a look at some of their advantages and the providers as well. The next reviews that we will be doing are around marketing reporting software for enterprise. So here we will see, of course, Salesforce, Tapclicks, NinjaCat, and other providers. You can expect that the licenses of these tools are thousands and thousands of dollars. I guess that the minimum ticket from this kind of companies is $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year minimum. So that's a difference. But if you're an enterprise, maybe we can talk a little bit about this. Datorama was a business intelligence tool that was acquired by Salesforce. Now they belong to Salesforce. Salesforce also has Tableau. So Salesforce has two data visualization tools, which is interesting, and business intelligence tools. Actually, they are very powerful. I see that they use AI for specific insights. You can do very specific things that are advanced that none of the other providers I have discussed they offer. And they are enterprise, so for sure, if you need to be compliant with many things that are hard to be compliant with, these are the tools that you need to go with. So this is the first one from Salesforce. I have seen some demos where they also analyze your data. They also bring you insights. So it is very interesting. What is my issue in general with all these tools? With all these tools is that enterprise software takes time to adopt. And you buy a Ferrari and you only use the 1%. Because when you want to get here, you don't understand what to do. You need to wait for your BI team to do things, and you end up using Excel anyways. So this is not a criticism from Salesforce. It is for every enterprise software. Companies buy enterprise software and they completely underutilize it because most people don't understand how to use these tools, and they need to wait. They need to wait weeks for the development team to set it up, and the BI team to set it up. And if you want someone else to use it, well, there is a learning curve that generally is very intensive. So in general, I cannot tell that much about every specific provider. That's my observation. But anyways, there is a lot of money in enterprise software, and you need to take a look into these ones. So Salesforce is the first one. Tapclicks is interesting to me. They offer also Google Looker Studio integrations. I don't know why, really. They are making like $20 million per year, but they all offer this. And in the platform, I see that they do more than just reporting. They analyze performance. So I guess that you can break down data by employees. You can use OKRs. That the fact that they say automated data pipeline makes me sure, at least I guess, that you don't need to manage a data warehouse, because they have already, all these providers, they should have already a data warehouse managed for you. But I guess that for these tools, you need custom developments, you need an assistance, you need to pay for additional support, you need that these developers help you developers from these companies need to help you set up things for you. And that's a personal story I have heard from an ex-employee of Metrics. In their agency, they use Adverity, and Adverity was very good. They offered the integrations, the data was loading fast, they offered the storage, the data warehouse thing, the integrations, and whatever. But when they needed a metric, when they needed a specific setup, when they needed a specific little change in the dashboards, they didn't do it. Or they waited for weeks or months for a data scientist or a data engineer from Adverity to do things. So in the end, enterprise software to me makes you slower, not faster, which to me is a huge deal, and that's why our vision is toward being no code and being super fast. But anyways, Adverity, good solution, Tapclicks, Salesforce. I have a hard time differentiating things, because something that you should know, the more enterprise you are, the more abstract is your communication, and I don't understand anything. The integrated data platform, get your reports. That's it. And finally, NinjaCat, I know them because I talked to the CEO personally, and their target market I know is media agencies with hundreds of customers. So they are large media agencies, and the minimum ticket that they charge is around $30,000 per year. But they are good for client presentations like this one showing the homepage. So if you want to do a Google Slides massively for multiple clients and you have hundreds of customers and very good money, NinjaCat is a very good tool. And also I saw the platform and it seems very interesting. For instance, I can see that you can track goals, you can track your current performance towards goals, which is interesting. But also remember, Databox offers this as well. Maybe this thing has something more powerful component, but in general, this category that I am showing you, you can expect that if you cannot use the product by your own, it's because you are ready to pay thousands of dollars for these tools. You need a setup, you need an onboarding, you need training, and you need their support to get a little thing done. That's my vision of this. In the last section, we will be discussing some business intelligence tools. Business intelligence tools make them different to the other tools because you can also manage the data pipelines, the entire data process from the data source that you can transform data, do SQL, do conversions, do transformations, and then pull the data into a visualization tool. But in this case, all these tools offer their own business intelligence and visualization solution. So it is not that you send this data to Google Looker Studio necessarily, but maybe you can use their own reporting tool. So the difference between the other ones is that their business intelligence component lets you transform the data, but also they also offer you the data visualization tool. I have some concerns about this kind of tools, but in general, we will explore what we have here. Whaly is a new player. I think they have 2 years in the market. They are part of Y Combinator. And I think that they have these integrations. You can manage the data transformation in between, and they have their own reporting tool. And because here I can see that you can compare against their competitors. Power BI is a competitor, Google Looker Studio is a competitor, and Metabase. So as you can see, they are positioning differently in a self-service business intelligence. What is the thing with Whaly and with Y42 especially? I know that they are positioning towards teams that already have data analysts and data engineers. But the value proposition is, hey, don't hire 5 data engineers, only have 1, and that person can manage everything with only our tool. That makes us different from Porter Metrics because ideally we are targeting at Porter teams that don't have time or resources for analysts and they want to do everything self-service. Whaly and Y42, I mean, a marketer doesn't know what a data pipeline is, right? So these people are targeting different users. They are targeting teams who are ready with their development team. Porter is targeting customers who already need a data pipeline, a data engineer, but we tell them, no, use Porter instead because this change is very extensive. But otherwise, these tools are very powerful when it comes to transform data. The value proposition here is, hey, Y42 replaces all these tools so you can do it all in one place. That's the value proposition in general from these tools, all in one place. So Whaly, all in one place, integrations, transformation, and visualization. Y42 as well. Very good players. I think that they are growing very well and very fast, but that's not our market. Domo, I think, is the market leader for enterprise. I know that a license with them from a company I know is like $70,000, $80,000 per year, but they offer everything. Everything that you can imagine, Domo has it, even the visualization part. And now these new players are very interesting, and I think that we will be competing with them in the future. Polar Analytics is a business intelligence solution, but dedicated to e-commerce. So everything I have shown you for transformation, combination of data, and visualization, they offer it, but they also offer these use cases solved, like the cost per acquisition across all your channels and so on. So I think that these players will be doing good. What is the price of this kind of tools? I think that Whaly here has something pricing. So it is $500 that start at this. I guess that the range is between $500 and $2,000 per month. Domo is way more expensive, and Polar Analytics, they charge you based on the revenue of your store, but they start as well at something like $300 to more than $2,000 for sure for your account. And Y42, I know that their pricing is over $1,000. Let me check that. Of course, they won't tell you their pricing, so you can expect more than $1,000 licenses for sure. Domo, as I told you, and this one is new. This one is as new as Polar Analytics, and they are super interesting. Already offers the use cases for e-commerce, and based on the reports I am seeing, they offer already some data transformations and use cases that otherwise on Google Looker Studio alone, it will take a lot of time to set up. For instance, cohort and retention analysis. You will need, otherwise, if you use Google Looker Studio and Google BigQuery, you need someone to create the table with these calculations. These people seem to have everything solved. The thing is, maybe they have already a visualization tool. So you need to count with what you have available with them. If you want to do more transformations, if you want to do more things, maybe they are limited and maybe Google Looker Studio, Porter, BigQuery, and these things are more complete. But in general, I wanted to give you an overview of business intelligence tools. And as you have seen, we will do a summary of everything that we have seen so far. Hey, thank you for staying with me like 20 minutes reviewing software. That's the most boring thing that you can get done today, but I guess that you will save a lot of money and time reviewing your providers for marketing reporting that you can replace Supermetrics with. So a quick summary. For Supermetrics alternatives, you want to look for 5 categories in general: Google Looker Studio connectors, Google Sheets integrations, ETL solutions, digital marketing reporting tools, enterprise software, and 6, business intelligence software. In this video, we saw some of the most important providers in all these categories that will help you solve marketing reporting as Supermetrics does, but with a specific angle. I expect that this video will help you understand what kind of solution suits better your business. If you're a small business, of course, Google Looker Studio, Google Sheets, things like Metrics will do very well, but if you are more enterprise and you have developers, then ETL solutions like Funnel, Hevodata, the Datadoo, and these things, they will doing fine. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, as you can see, we are super transparent with the data we have, with the communication. You can schedule a call with me, Juan, the co-founder of Metrics, and I can help you with your marketing reporting, with decision making, or anything related with marketing. See you in the next video.